All right, everybody. Good morning. Let me just make a little adjustment here. Yeah, let me make a little bit more adjustment. There we go. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well. Hope that you're feeling well on this wonderful, and I'm gonna say it again, this wonderful Monday morning. It is a blessing to be alive. It is such a great thing to be alive and be on this earth and have breath in your body. You know why? Because you have another chance, you have another opportunity to be great and for your family to grow and your family dynamic to grow. So, with that being said, welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DNP Speaks. My name is David M. Pinson, but I go by the name of DNP Speaks. I am a speaker, a Christian counselor, and a family coach, family restoration specialist. And I do these Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. and on Saturday at 8:30 a.m., all Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for allowing yourself to spend some time with me so that I can give you some inspiration, some motivation, and most of all, some transformation. And I do believe every family deserves transformation. With that being said, welcome again. Today, this morning, I want to talk about for a few moments. The topic is don't allow your family problems to determine. Sorry, it's flying here. I don't know how we got in here. Don't allow your family problems to determine where your family ends up. Let me say that one more time. Don't allow your family's problems to determine where your family ends up. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me say this very clearly. All of us have some kind of problem, right? And there's no family, I don't care if the family is poor, middle class, rich, super rich, doesn't matter. Everybody has some kind of some level of problems or uh, or issues or concerns, right? Everybody falls in some kind of area, some kind of lineup, right? But sometimes, if we can be honest, some of the things that we go through in our lives, the problems, the concerns, the issues, they start to dictate where our family ends up. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. And share this, please, if you care. Please, if I can get 5 people to share this, and if you don't have the opportunity to look at this live, please check out the replay for sure, for sure. Thank you so much. So, what I was saying is, when you allow these problems, you might say, well, how? How do I allow my problems to start determining where my family is up when you do nothing about it? Or you're doing something about it and what you're doing is not working. Because we have a lot of families out here that have these problems and they're doing something about it, but they're doing it wrong. Now, I have said this many times, but I think it kind of it doesn't puncture the mind or doesn't puncture the heart. If you continue to allow things to go the way that it's going, listen to me, it is going to be the same thing. Good morning, Naima Morgan. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm kind of rushing into this, but good morning to everyone. Please, yes, before I go into this, forgive me, everyone. Please, as you come in, please tell me your name, where you're watching from, whatever city, state, country, doesn't matter because we are an international program. We're an international business. So I want to be able to touch everybody as much as possible. But thank you so much. We have to be very open and honest with ourselves because our problems are not just our problems, our family's problems are our problems. So we have to be very careful that our problems don't determine where we go. Your family should have a mission. I'll say it again. Your family should have a mission. And if there's no mission, if there's no goal, how can you determine where you end up? Because if the problem is the main focus right now and you have no solutions, you have no thoughts on how to get to that next level, to that next dimension, the next place in your family's life, all that you're concentrated on is the problems. And we can't just concentrate on we got problems, we got issues. You got to do something about the issue. You have to do something about the problem. You got to continue to work on the problem. You can't let the problem just stay there because you know what the problem will do? The problem is just like sickness. It will start to fester. It will start to go in other areas. And you don't want to know, you want to know what other areas it'll go into? It'll start working on your relationship. Then it'll start working on your communication. Then they'll start working on family time and decreasing that. Then the kids will start to be isolated, or they'll start staying out with friends and they don't come home when they're supposed to, or there's no talking. There's just constant arguing. It's constant disagreement. Nobody's talking anymore. Everybody is just separate. There is no family time. There's no family fun. There's no family enjoyment. There is no excitement when you see each other. There's no eating at the dinner table. See that's a scarcity right now. Eating at the dinner table. I know that sounds old school. I guess because I'm a little old school a little bit still, but eating dinner at eating a family dinner at the table or the living room or wherever that you eat, that is a scarcity because that does not happen like it should. And the reason why a lot of times it doesn't happen is because there are so many problems that have not been uh, um, worked on. Then those problems start to determine where you guys go, and that's not fair because you're not giving yourself and your family an opportunity to change. You're not giving your family an opportunity to make the necessary adjustments. See, when you don't work on it and you just let it go, and like I said, it festers and it gets worse and it gets worse and it gets worse to the place it has gotten out of hand. And a lot of your families have gotten out of hand. Your children have gotten out of hand. Their behaviors have gotten out of hand. The way they talk to you has gotten out of hand. The way that they not even just communicate with you, how they talk back to you in front of their friends, in front of their other parent, in front of your other kids, has gotten out of hand. Their school grades have dropped. It's gotten out of hand. They're isolating themselves. It's gotten out of hand. So the problems that you are having right now can't determine, I'll say it again, the problems that you're having in your family cannot determine where your family ends up. Because a lot of times, if you don't fix this, is another thing. It's a, I hate to say it, but I won't say the word dead, but it's an end zone. Because there's no coming from that. You don't want your family to be destroyed. You don't want your family to be utterly destroyed. You don't want your relationships to be destroyed with your children or your spouse. Do you know? Have you recognized that the more problems that you have with your children can really mess up your marriage? Because the frustration is there, the exhaustion is there, the tiredness is there, right? The depression is there, the anxiety is there. You can't allow your problems to determine where your family ends up. You got to find healthy solutions. See, there are solutions out there, but there are some solutions for your family that doesn't work. You just telling your friend about your problems is not going to help. Sorry. It might feel good to get it off your chest at that moment, but to help you, it's going to your boy about your wife ain't going to help you, brother. You have to literally do something about your issue in your home. That's what's going to make the difference. Let me say it again. That's what's going to make the difference. Your family is already dealing with so much. Don't you want some relief? Don't you want things to change? I know that's why. That's why you're watching this morning. That's why you're in your head and you're contemplating. Well, DNP speaks, I've been trying, but let's not try anymore. See, trying for me is like 50-50. Okay. I don't mean to be disrespectful this morning, but trying is just not enough because trying is 50-50. I tried 50%, but out of 100, I didn't try because I got exhausted. And I understand the exhaustion, the tiredness, but you got to keep at it. No matter how hard it gets, you got to keep at it. You got to work on those problems. Please hear me clear, and I'm almost done. If we don't take care of the problems of today with your family, tomorrow might be worse. Tomorrow might be worse. And who wants things to get worse before they get better? If you know that your child is acting a certain way, why would you wait? See, I'm about to say something I know y'all not gonna like. That's okay. See, we'll spend money on trips and clothes and cars to look great, but we won't take care and we won't put the money in the time and the effort to fix the issues in our family with the right counselor, the right therapist, the right restoration specialist, whoever. We won't spend that money, we won't spend that time, we won't spend that effort, we won't sacrifice, but we'll sacrifice our bills to look good, for our family to look fly, so we could take the picture and put it on the gram and look great. But I don't want to just look great. I want to be great. And I don't want your family just to look great. I want you to be great. Does that make sense? So, again, don't allow your family problems you determine where you go because your family matters. Let me say it again. Your family matters, not the show, even though I love the show. Hear what I'm saying. Your family matters. Not only does your family matter to you, your family matters to me. There are too many families out here that are broken and they're suffering. And we don't have to suffer the way that we are. We don't have to do this. But we got to make a change. We got to determine how our family's future is going to look. Have you ever thought about that? How do you want your family to look? How do you want that to be? The only way that it's going to change, you got to change the trajectory of your family. However, wherever, whatever direction you're going in right now, you got to do about face, right? Not a 360, because you're going to go back to the same place. A 180. You got to make some changes. I'm encouraging you as I close. The way that you work on these problems and you determine where your family ends up, you get the right help at the right time. So let me say this to you all, family. Let me say this to you. This is coming from my heart. Every live is coming from my heart because I put time and effort to give you what you need, even though it might hurt, even it might make you feel uncomfortable. I'm only doing this to help you. Listen, we can't allow our problems to dictate and determine where your family ends up because it could end up in destruction. And that shouldn't be for your family because your family was not designed, your family was not put together by the Most High for you all to be utterly destroyed. So let me say this. You know that you need help. You want it, but you're afraid to click the link or you're afraid to call. Listen, I know that you're afraid. I know that you're nervous, but I'm here for you. But I can only help you if you make the first step. If you make the first step, I promise you, I'll make the steps with you. I'll make the rest of the steps with you. All you have to do is go and click on my link on my bio and sign up for your free 30-minute consultation call. and get your family some help with your problems in your home. Your home should be a place of peace. I'll say it again. Your home should be a place of peace. Don't you want some peace in your home? Don't you want things to be better? I know that's what you want, but you got to take the first step. And after you make that first step, I'll help you make the rest of the steps with your family. Please click now and let's get to work. Let's start working on your family. Let's reconnect your family together. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I really greatly appreciate it. Listen, catch me tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. on time, sharp. And I have a brand new topic for you all. Please, again, share this live with someone. Please share this with someone. I greatly appreciate your time this morning. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Before I let you go, I have some information to share with you that would be pertinent to work on and start today. But until tomorrow, everybody, see you tomorrow, 7:30. Peace.